Hi guys, don't you just love that card? So we're gonna make that card today. For cardstock, you're gonna need Berry Burst. This is A2 size, so it's 5.5 by 8.5, fold at 4 1/4. You're gonna need 2 pieces of Very Vanilla. These are both measured out at 5 1/4 by 4. And then a piece of Whisper White. This one here I've measured out 5 1/4 by 4. So the inks today that we will be using will be Melon Mambo, Rich Razzleberry, Berry Burst, Flirty Flamingo, and Versamark ink. The stamp set we're going to use today is called Lovely Lattice. This is free in the Celebration catalog with a $50 purchase. So we're going to take our piece of Whisper White and we're going to do some embossing. So you're going to need white emboss powder and your embossing buddy, and you just want to rub that all over the front of your Whisper White. Then we're going to take the big stamp out of there, and you're going to ink that up with Versamark ink, and I'm just going to stamp this right in the center of the cardstock here. So once you have this stamped, I'm just going to bring in another piece of scrap paper, and I'm just going to pour white emboss powder all over this. You're just going to want to take your heat tool and set that. So we're going to bring in our 3 colors, Melon Mambo, Berry Burst, and Rich Razzleberry. And you're going to take one of the sponge brayers, and you're going to start with the Melon Mambo, and you're just going to kind of roll it to pick up some of that ink. You don't want to go back and forth. You want to just keep rolling it. And then that'll pick up some of your ink. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start, make sure you have a scrap piece of paper down, and you're just going to start at the top, and you're just going to start rolling your Melon Mambo on there. And you're only going to go about 1/3 of the way down from the top. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my Berry Burst on it, and you're going to overlap your Melon Mambo a little. And then the last color you're going to do is your Rich Razzleberry. So then what I'll do is I'll take my Rich Razzleberry and I'll go a little bit up into my Berry Burst. And then I'll grab some more of the Berry Burst and I'll go up into my Melon Mambo to kind of give it that blending, so you don't get a distinct line there. So you've got a nice ombre effect with that. So now what you're going to do is bring in a piece of paper towel, and you're just going to kind of rub so that you can get that ink off of your embossing. So you can rub most of that ink off of there, and then you'll see how much brighter it looks. So we're going to go ahead and set that aside. Then you're going to bring in the basket weave folder, and you're going to bring in Flirty Flamingo ink. Now on this folder, you're going to want the side that has the Stampin' Up logo and the Sizzix. You're going to want that side down here, and what you're going to do is take your Flirty Flamingo and you're just going to rub this across here, just lightly. You don't want to press down too hard. And then once you have that ink on there, you're going to take your piece of Very Vanilla and you're just going to lay it on top of here, and then you're going to close the top. And then you're going to run this through the Big Shot. So it'll look something like that. Isn't that pretty? Now we're going to bring in our Berry Burst card base, and we're going to go ahead and fold that right in half and take your bone folder to give that a good crease. And before we start to assemble this, I'm going to go ahead and trim this down because I want my background. I want to see some of that background. So I'm just going to trim this up. There's no measurement here. You know, I'm going to trim it a little bit above the flowers here. And then down here I'm going to trim. And then I'll trim a little off the sides too. Glue this to your basket weave Very Vanilla here, and I'm going to glue it towards the top. So then what you're going to do is bring in, I brought in some of this metallic to edge Berry Burst, and I'm going to cut a little piece here, enough so that I can wrap it around the back side. I'm I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to put some adhesive here on each end. And then I'm going to go ahead and just wrap the ends around. And then I'm going to glue this right to the front of this card. And then I'm going to take a little piece of this and I'm just going to tie it to the front here. And I will just trim these edges up here. And then you can kind of center that. So there is no sentiment here. I like to keep some cards just with no sentiment in case I need one. Then I can put anything in there. It's nice to have blank cards. So then with your last piece of Very Vanilla, you just want to go ahead and glue that on the inside. And that's it to that card. Isn't that card pretty? So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment what you liked about it or what you didn't. And also share this with your friends so they can make this card. Please subscribe below and don't forget to ring that bell. I also offer a newsletter that I would love for you to sign up for. You will get 30 free card ideas just for signing up. Thanks for watching.